France has intercepted an oil tanker suspected of ties with Russia's shadow fleet in the Mediterranean Sea near Sicily. The operation marking France's fifth action against suspected fleet vessels since its enforcement drive began last September. In fact, the French authorities say the tanker was operating under a Cameroonian flag despite having been removed from Cameroon's official ship registry. That meant the vessel was sailing without a valid nationality, reportedly, to conceal true ownership in order to bypass international laws and sell oil, allegedly. Under Article 110 of the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, any warship can board a ship on the high seas if there is a reasonable ground to suspect it is sailing without nationality. This allowed France basically to board and detain the vessel under international maritime law. Officials say the tanker had left Russia's oil terminal and was heading towards the Suez Canal. The UK, European Union, other Western allies describe a group of oil tankers linked to Russia as a shadow fleet. Many of these vessels reportedly operate under frequently changing flags, complex ownership networks, and unclear insurance arrangements, allegedly, making their operations more difficult to track. The European Union has sanctioned nearly 600 vessels it identifies as part of this network. French naval officers were observed tracking the tanker from a helicopter. The warship established radio contact before Commandos got down onto the deck from a military helicopter. Armed officers secured the vessel, entered the bridge, and started inspecting documents as the investigation got underway. The French president says that Europe will not allow the shadow fleet to circumvent sanctions or finance Russia's war in Ukraine. The operation coming just days after Britain boarded a sanctioned tanker in the English Channel, reportedly. European navies have increased inspections across the Atlantic, in fact, the Mediterranean, the English Channel, and the Baltic Sea. The Kremlin has condemned the French operation, calling it illegal and comparing it to international piracy. Moscow insists it is taking measures to protect its maritime cargo, while France maintains that the operation was carried out with Allied support and in full compliance with international law. The French interception of the ship, highlighting Europe's growing efforts, basically, to target Russia's energy revenues in a way, a key source of funding for its war in Ukraine. With a new round of EU sanctions under discussion, Western governments are increasingly focusing on shipping routes used to move discounted Russian oil to the buyers in Asia, reportedly. To stay up to speed with the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.